Hello, my name is Dr. Anthony Gantt, and we're going to talk about financial independence. What is financial independence? That's a question I think most people should ask themselves, regardless of their age. If they're over 18 years old or 65 years old, it really doesn't matter. But financial independence is having enough money coming into you from another source other than your job. What happens a lot of times is the only time we get involved with finances is that we go to work for finances. You might have been taught like me, and like most people, especially in America, go to school, get good grades, get a good job with a good company, and get good benefits. Now that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called a job, and a job is just over broke. Nothing wrong with being just over broke. However, just over broke will not make you financially independent. Just over broke is better than being broke, but again, it will not make you financially independent. So, what is financial independence altogether, and how can you achieve it? See, here's the statistics on it. Only about 1 out of 20 people will become financially independent in their lifetime. That means that 19 out of 20 people won't become financially independent. So here's the question that I have for you. Is the 1 out of 20 people that become financially independent, are they smarter than the 19 out of 20? Are they better looking than the 19 out of 20? Do they have better degrees than the 19 out of 20? Did they have better parents than the 19 out of 20? The answer is no. None of those things matter. But the 19 out of 20 have something or don't have something that the 1 out of 20 do have. And that is no one probably ever taught them how to become financially independent. See, most people have that bought into the plan, like I just stated, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and they bought into that plan and worked 40 years. They have done exactly what they were instructed to do. They've done it so well that they probably got degrees and got promoted and they made it to the top of the chain in their profession or in their job or at the company that they are working. However, the thing still remains is they're not financially independent. And the reason being no one ever taught them. And so here I am telling you, become financially independent. So here's the question I have for you. Are you working for finances or are you working for financial independence? See, most of my adult life, all I did was work for finances. I never worked for financial independence because I didn't know what it was. What do I mean by working for finances? You know, you earn $20,000 a year, so then you get a better job, you earn $30,000 a year. Then you get your certificate, now you earn $35,000 a year. Then you stay at that company for a little while, you get promoted, now you're earning $40,000 a year. Then you get you another degree, and now you're earning $50,000 a year. Then you get you something else or get with another company, now you're earning $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. But see, in all that going on, you never become financially independent. All I learned how to do is work for finances. Yeah, I made good incomes, but all I did was work for finances because I knew that in order for me to make that money again, I had to go to a job or workplace or some type of self-employment situation and do the same thing I did last year to get the same amount of money this year. Well, that's not financial independence. That means because everything is tied into me. If I stop, my income stops. If something happened to the corporation, then something happens to me, meaning that my income is dwindled. So what has to happen is that you and I have to develop plans to become financially independent. We need to get vehicles to become financially independent, and we need to actually get with people that know what financial independence is and are on track to become financial independent. So financial independence is nothing more, again, than having finance coming in to you that's not included with your job or some type of income that you have to go to a workplace to acquire. So if you have money coming into you, let's use an example. You have a $4,000 monthly expense. That's what you earn from your job, which is somewhere about $50,000 a year. However, if you had another $4,000 coming in from a rich uncle or rich aunt that came in every month on the 5th of every month, you can actually leave the job that you have because you have $4,000 coming in and that can maintain your house. Now, it may not be all the money that you earn, but it's enough money to make you financially independent because financial independence is nothing more than being able to leave your job or walk away from what you are have to do so you can walk into what you want to do. See, a lot of people have a lot of things, a lot of talents, and a lot of gifts and everything that they want to get involved in. Unfortunately, they can't get involved with those things because they don't have the finance coming into them, so they have to work jobs that they hate that keeps them from doing the things that they love. So what happens is when you become financially independent, it puts you in a situation where you don't have to do what you hate because you can do what you love most of the time. Now, does it happen in 30 days? No. Does it happen in 12 months? No. Can it happen in 5 years? Yes. However, you need to pick the right vehicles to make that happen for you. You have to be consistent in making it happen for you. If not, then you find yourself not financially independent. So, some people will say, hey, Dr. Gantt, I hear what you're saying, but I think financial independence is not having any debt. Now, that's a good observation. Unfortunately, it's a misguided one, but it is a good observation. Just because you don't have debt does not mean that you're financially independent. Just because you don't have a car note, that doesn't mean that you're not financially independent. Look at the average 13-year-old. Are they in debt? The answer is no. but would you consider them financially independent? And the answer is no. Why? Because they don't have money coming into them. So you're going to always have expenses. You're going to always have electric bills. You're going to always have gas bills. You're going to always have food expenses. You're going to always have expenses. And since you always have expenses, don't you always going to need money? And the answer is yes. Well, if you're going to always need money, that means you're going to have to get the money from somewhere. Now, if you have to go to a job to get it, to pay your electrical bill, you're not financially independent, even though you don't have any debts, even though you don't have a car payment, even though you may not have a credit card payment. You still aren't financially independent because of it. So the thing you have to realize is having money coming into you, and it's really nothing but your personal resources, meaning that you develop some plans, you're doing something outside of the regular job or income that you're receiving to make this financial independent plan work for you. You have to learn how to become financially independent, like you have to learn how to do everything else you do. You don't just say, I'm going to be financially independent today, and then tomorrow you are. It takes time to learn it, and then it takes time to do it. But can you do it within a 5 or 10 year period? Of course you can. And if you pick the right vehicles, you can do it sooner than that or quicker than that. I am the author of a book called Get Rich Quicker. And I teach on finances and financial independence and how you can become financially independent. And all you need to do is get the right vehicles to help you do so. See, if once you get the right vehicles, you start off earning an extra $100 a month that come in every month like clockwork. Then it's $200, $300, $500. Now you say that's not all I need, but see, the $100 will pay something. The $200 will pay something. See, what happened is you're developing the muscle to become financially independent. From your 100, then it'll be 1,000, then it'll be 2,000, then it'll be 4,000. It will consistently increase. However, you have to consistently be involved with vehicles that or your personal resources other than your job, because your job just pays you for the position that you hold. Your job is not paying you for who you are, because you can leave your job today and they can put someone else in your position. They'll pay the same salary or the same hourly wage. So your job is actually get involved with personal things or have personal resources, and resources is nothing but support and aid. Re means again, source means to rise. That means every month this source will rise again. Every month. So the next month it rises again. That's how you get paid month after month after month after month after month. A good example of being money coming into you is like Social Security. Now, Social Security does not make you financially independent, but what it does is a good example of how you have money coming in. See, you don't get paid, or a person that has Social Security isn't getting paid for what they did today. They're getting paid for what they did years ago. See, getting paid month after month after month does not mean that you never worked before. It just means that the check you got this month wasn't based on what you did last month. See, what happens is you're getting paid month after month after month because of Social Security. Again, I'm not saying that's financial independence. What I am trying to do is give you an example of how you get paid month after month after month from work that you have already done years and years and years ago. And so you have to develop personal resources or plans other than waiting on the government to come up with a plan or waiting on your company to come up with a plan. That's why it says personal resources. What personal resources do you have to help you become financially independent? This is just a short excerpt to share with you on some ways to become financially independent and get your mindset thinking about financial independence. However, you can reach me at multiple incomes, multipleincomes, and the number 5 at yahoo.com. Multiple incomes 5 at yahoo.com, or 773-358-1539, 773-358-1539. It was great sharing this information with you. Look forward to some other things that I've done on YouTube, and maybe we can talk. Have a great day.